Hey guys, it's the TheHyperWeeMan here, and this is a video of me explaining 16 facts about me. I was meant to do this for my birthday, but I didn't have the time to. Plus, I was doing other things like GCSE, so I couldn't record this and get the facts, and I had to write all the facts. I had to think of the facts myself, and just write them up, and it took a while to do. It's not like a video I can just record and just upload it, but yeah. So this one took a bit of time to do. It's finally out. It was meant to be out on my birthday, like when I turned 16, because it's called 16 Facts, and it would have gone well, but this is just 16 facts about me because I'm 16. 16 is quite an important age, so here we go. Fact 1. My middle name is Julian Colin Ashley. So, this is such a bloody long middle name. So, my full name would pretty much be Harry Julian Colin Ashley Ellis, which is bloody long. I mean, I don't know why it is, but it is. But I know Julian's my dad's name and Colin's my granddad's name. I'm not sure about the Ashley part. I think Ashley's just one of them random names you get in your middle name. So, fact 2. When I was 11, I was on holiday and I was running and I tripped over and hit my head on a table leg. Now, I'll explain this a bit more. We used to go to this, like this, we'll call it, I don't know, resort? Not really a resort. We used to go to this place with like loads of chalets and there was this pub in the middle. And we went there and there was like this, stage and where activities were held like bingo and pig racing for money and stuff like that. It was pretty fun. I loved it. And then played some games, children. So I was 11, so I was joining in. And I was playing this game where you have to run to each corner, whatever number they called. So I was at one corner, and then they called out a number, and I ran to that corner. Mind you, I was wearing Crocs, so I ran. It's rubbery, so it rubbed against the wood. I tripped over head first into a wooden leg, and I was just sat there on the floor, sat there and laid down. I was like holding my head, like, "Oh, am I bleeding?" Like, "Is there blood?" was the first words I said, and then I think my sister was there with me, and she saw me bleeding, so she got my mum as soon as possible. Everyone was around me. And then my family ran over. Apparently my mom ran like Usain Bolt, Jesus Christ. And pretty much they all got there, and they treated me well. They put they put pressure on my hair with the blood and stuff, and they wiped it off, and all that rubbish. And this guy, the bartender, this guy tried to cheer me up. You got a cracker? And they're like, "Hey, pull the cracker." I was like, "Oh, okay." Pulled the cracker, and you just see 20p come out. I'm like, 20 pence, thank you. At the time I was like, that's cool. Now I'm just like, that's bloody cheap. No, but fair enough to him. And then I was rushed to hospital to see my head got checked, and my head's fine now, but then it has a massive lump like here. It was really big. It was there for like a year, and then it started to go down. It's still there. I can still feel it, because if you feel like above my eyebrow here, I can feel a lump. If I feel above here, I don't feel a lump. So it's like that here is it's not meant to be there, the lump. So I definitely remember that's from when I tripped over and hit my head on the table leg. So yeah, the bump's still there. I think it'll be there forever. There's a little bump, and yeah. Number 3, I go to Boys Brigade and have been going for 8 years. Pretty much I go to Boys Brigade in my local area, and I've met some new people, and I'm glad I've met them people. In fact, Dark Visions, Jordan is one of them, The Real Dollars is one of them. In fact, everyone in that 4-part video goes to Boys Brigade / Girls Brigade. Slash, just had to say it. Goes to Boys Brigade / Girls Brigade. Because Abby does as well in my 4-part video. And in fact, my girlfriend Alice does. She goes to the Girls Brigade near me, so that's how I met her. But we're going to explain in a later video. Yeah, later video. We're still working on it. Don't worry, guys. We're working on it. We have not forgotten about the series. But yeah, I'll explain in that how I met her. But I pretty much met all like the best people in the world at Boys Brigade and Girls Brigade. That made me feel welcome, even though I'm not normal, needed. Like, they just accept me for who I am, and that's good. Not many people do that now. So I'm glad to have met them group of people, everyone at Boys Brigade and Girls Brigade, so thanks guys, if you ever do watch this. So yeah, it's changed me as well, because it's made me realise that you know, just because I'm special needed, I don't have to act like it around people, you know, I can just act like a normal person around people, and they'll accept me, which is good. And I've made really good progress there, so yeah. I'm glad I went to Boys Brigade, and I'll stay there till the end. So yeah, goody good Boys Brigade. 4. I got a world record on Sonic Rider Zero Gravity for Nintendo Wii. Oh my god, this was the best day of my life. Pretty much, I got a world record on Sonic Rider Zero Gravity. I think it was a course called Nightside Rush or something. It was. They have. I think Sonic Riders. They have like the Sonic story and the Babylonian story, and I think they have courses that are exactly the same. So I think the first one was like a city for the Sonic side, and the Babylonian side was like a night city. That one was a night city. I got the world record, first place. I can't remember who it was with. It might have been Silver or Shadow or Sonic. It was one of them three. And I can remember me staying up till like 2 in the morning when I was only. I think this is when I was 11 again, or 12. I was such a hardcore Sonic gamer when I was that age, but I pretty much got a world record on a course. My name was there in the leaderboards, first place, and I was just like, oh my goodness, because you know the Nintendo Wi-Fi system where they just like connect you to leaderboards and stuff. But yeah, it was a pretty good feeling. I got that. I think my parents came in and told me off though, and was like, you know what? Don't even care. I'm gonna go to sleep now. I got a world record. Even though it probably was there for only 2 hours or something like that. But yeah, I got a world record at one point in my life, so that's very good. Gotta always remember that. 5. I started gaming at the age of 5 with Sonic the Hedgehog. So yeah, I think I started gaming on my Game Boy. It was like a Game Boy Advance SP, the little like square ones that flip up. And I think I started playing Sonic Advance. Now that's a really good game. From ever since that day, I've loved Sonic. I still do love Sonic. I want to get like the new Sonic games. Like by that I just mean Sonic Lost World. But yeah, I started with Sonic Advance on the Game Boy Advance SP, which was very good. I liked that game. And then I started playing Mario and so on. Which is how I'll explain my next fact. Fact 6. I was originally a Nintendo gamer. I played Sonic, then Mario, then now modern FPS. Now obviously I explained how I was playing Sonic on my Game Boy, and I was just playing it, you know, just like non-stop on my Game Boy Advance. And then I got Mario games. I think I got something like Super Mario Advance. It was like, I think the first Mario game I played, it might have been Super Mario Advance, is it 2 or something? The one where it's basically Super Mario Bros. 2. In colours, it's pretty good. I enjoyed that. And then the modern FPS has come way later, like when I was 13, when I first got my Xbox. So I was playing Mario Sonic for my almost a decade on the GameCube, on the Wii. I got all the Nintendo consoles and Sega consoles. Yeah, so I still like Mario and Sonic. It's just they don't bring up many games anymore. And I've actually completed Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just waiting for the next Mario game and like Mario Sonic games, which I'm going to be getting Smash Bros. Definitely Smash Bros. It's amazing. Okay, now 7. I hate fruit. I absolutely fucking hate fruit with a passion. The other day I tried fruit, right? I tried strawberry and sugar. Even with sugar, just stood there choking into a napkin. Honestly, I hate it. And then I was trying pineapple at my primary school, if I remember rightly. She's like, hey, try some pineapple. I was like, no. Try some pineapple. No. Try some pineapple. Oh, so fine. I tried it, and I was like, need a napkin, because I know I'm going to choke. Because every time I have a bit of fruit, I just choke. I gag over the taste and the texture. So I choked and fucking spat into this tissue, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this again. The weird thing was at my primary school, they actually, like, they didn't force fed you fruit, but they kind of like wanted you to have fruit every day. So they were like, after break time at my primary school, they'd like bring round a bowl or something like fruit, and they'd force you to take a bit. So I was like, I don't like fruit. Take a bit. Take a bit. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I took a bit of fruit, and half the time I'll just say, I need the toilet. Okay. So I got up, went to the toilet, put it in the bin. Simples. And that's how much I hate fruit. I literally will go to that length to get rid of the fucking thing. So, yeah, just going to scroll down on my fact sheet. Number 8. I have just started collecting bottles and cans. Now, you guys probably have seen them. They're on the windowsill. Recently, I've just, like, wanted to collect them. It's because I think it's because of the text and the colours of them, and it's just how they look. They look. I don't know. They look pretty. As in, they look like very colourful. To me, they look like colourful art cylinders. You know, they just look like they're art, and they are art because they're logos, and you know, they look very nice up there. I don't know. I just become fascinated with the idea that cans and bottles look very nice. So that's weird, but you know, that's me. Fact 9. I have a birthmark on my right hand on the palm. In fact, yeah, I'll show you guys. Don't know if you can see that. It's like a brown mark. There we go. I can see it on my camera. That brown mark. That's my right hand. Me and my right hand have good times. Anyways, yeah, my birthmark. I don't know how it got there. I don't know how it. When I was younger, I used to think it was like brown pen. I was trying to get off. I was like, nope, this is definitely a birthmark. So yeah, that was a birthmark. I don't know how it got there. Obviously, maybe when I was born or some shit like that. But you know, it's always been there. It's probably a birthmark. I don't even know if it's a birthmark. I'm just assuming it's one. So yeah. Fact number 10. I'm addicted to arcade machines and arcade in general. Oh my god, I'm so addicted to arcades. I swear. It's mostly theme parks where I'll be stuck in the. Well, I won't be stuck in the arcades, but I'll be in there for at least half an hour trying to get stuff like crane machines and the Keymaster and. Oh, so close to winning Keymaster the other day at Thorpe Park when I went with the year 11s in my school. Oh my god, I was literally so close. I was like, what? But I didn't play again. I'm trying to like play least arcade games whenever I go in there. So I set myself the price that I'm going to spend in there, and then I'll just leave because I don't want to spend too much, and I want to just not get out of arcade games, but just not spend as much, like £5 fucking. um. So yeah. Okay, 11. I love to go to theme parks. So yeah. I love to go to theme parks. A lot. Every year I always get a Merlin pass. So I'm just like Merlin pass, thank you. Then I go every year. I go with friends and I go with family sometimes. You know. And it's pretty fun. Yeah, we mostly go to Thorpe Park. Hardly Legoland anymore. I mean. If somebody doesn't like roller coasters and wants to do something, I'll offer them to go to Legoland. I'll be like, yeah, come to Legoland, you know. Because you don't like roller coasters, and I don't mind Legoland at all. It's a cool place, you know. I kind of like the Lego atmosphere. It sounds a bit childish, but I do. So I don't mind it. Just come along. And they're like, okay. So yeah, I've been to Thorpe Park with, you know, Dudders, Abby, and Jordan. Been to Legoland with people. I've been to Chessington with people. I've been to Alton Towers with people. And I've been to Drayton Manor actually. I went to Drayton Manor one year because I was on a camp with Boys Brigade and Girls Brigade. They in the summer they went to a place where it was near Drayton Manor, and they went to Drayton Manor, which is fun. I didn't go on every ride. I went on the stand-up Shockwave, but I didn't go on the G-Force. G-Force looks amazing. So yeah, I've been on the majority of rides at majority of theme parks in the UK, and I want to ride them all. And you know, I want to go to America and extend it and stuff like that. So yeah. Which actually leads me on to my next fact, 12. I've always wanted to go to America. Now, I'll summarise this up. America has fucking big roller coasters and fucking big food. Like fast food. They have Wendy's and Taco Bell, and I want to try it all because I love fast food. I'm fat, I love fast food. And I want to go on all the big theme, like the big roller coasters. I want to go on, is it King Dakar, where it's like 120 miles per hour, like 456 feet high. Oh my god, it's so good. I want to go on all these roller coasters. And obviously, I think the shops in America would be interesting as well. And Alice has always, well, I've always asked Alice, like, what would you go to America? And I was like, I bet you'd want to go shopping in all the shops. She's like, oh my god, shopping. So, one day, I want to go to America. I'll probably take Alice, because she'll do all the shopping, and I'll do all the eating. So yeah, that'll be fine. So yeah, 13, I have special needs. Yeah, I explain this a lot in my videos, but I actually have special needs, so I have speech and language difficulties, I have autism, I have ASD, which is autism, autistic spectrum disorder. What else do I have? That might be it, but I swear about difficulties. So yeah, it's just like speech and language, and I think it's social behaviour. Not bad social behaviour, but like being awkward socially, you know. I think it's social communication difficulties and speech and language difficulties, and ASD, which is pretty much autism and long for autistic spectrum disorder. So yeah, that's what I have. Sometimes, sometimes it really gives me a kick in the arse, like it gets me into something I don't want to get in, you know. Sometimes I hate my autism, sometimes I like it, so, you know, I'm just sitting here saying, you know, I've got to live with who I am. I'm me, and I have autism, deal with it. So anyways, fact 14, I got kicked out of mainstream primary school for my behaviour. Now, I'm not sure I'm not sure if this was, primary school or nursery. I think it was nursery. If it was primary school, it would have been just the first year, but, apparently I just climbed out of a bathroom window and ran home. It was a school near me called Holly Spring. I actually just climbed out and just ran home. It was funny. I don't even, to this day, I wouldn't even know how I got my way home, but people were telling me that's what I've done. And to add on to special needs, when I was younger, I was highly autistic, and a friend of mine a while ago told me how my behaviour was at Holly Spring. So she was explaining to me that I'd always want to sit next to her, and I'd always like have this horse, and I'd never let go of the horse. It would just be with me all the time, like a plush toy or something. And I'd always want to sit next to these two girls. I felt comfortable with, or I was just obsessed with. I'm not sure, but yeah, when I was young, I was really highly autistic. So yeah, you can imagine me. You can imagine me. Also, that leads to special needed primary school. There was this kid. I was obsessed with him, I think, and I just kept hugging him. I don't think I was gay, but I think I just had this weird obsession. I don't even know why. It's a bit weird, but yeah. I'm not highly autistic anymore. I'm just like a normal human being. So yeah. 15. I boarded every Wednesday at my new special needed primary school. Explain story in school. So yeah. The school was called Meath. It was probably the best 5 years of my life. I loved it so much. Nothing went wrong. You know, it was wonderful. It was paradise. Nothing went wrong. No conflict. This was just like the place before all the shitty secondary school shit happens. But yeah, that was the best place ever. I boarded there every Wednesday. I went to I think I used to sing in a choir called Just So Singers, and then I left that because I was getting bored of it. You know, I was coming to the age where I was getting bored of choir singing, and then I went to this youth club and I met some people, and you know, I went for like 2 years, and it was so sad to leave in year 6 when it was like my last week of primary school. I was just like, no, my friend. I remember there was this blonde guy called Joshua. I was getting along with him quite well. I had to leave, and it was quite sad. So yeah. Last fact. Coming on to secondary school, I originally wasn't meant to go to my secondary school, which was St Dominic's, but now I've left there. Instead, board all week in the Isle of Wight. So I was meant to go to the school called St Peter's, but the fact that I didn't want to leave Boys Brigade because it was on a Tuesday evening, the fact I didn't want to leave Boys Brigade was the fact that I didn't want to go to this boarding school because I would have to leave Boys Brigade, and Boys Brigade meant the world to me. So I went to this school called St Dominic's, where it was the closest school to me, which I didn't have to board in, which was like half an hour away, maybe an hour, and that was obviously my year 7 to 10 life. No, year 7 to 11 life, which was St Dominic's. In a way, St Dominic's was like rubbish. In a way, it was good. But I would prefer to go there and stay at Boys Brigade and suffer at that place and just go to Boys Brigade every week then and just like go to the Isle of Wight and board weekly where I'd have like, I wouldn't have Xbox, I wouldn't be doing videos. In fact, guys, think about it, if I went to the Isle of Wight I wouldn't be doing YouTube because I wouldn't be able to do it often. And I'd just be like, what's the point of doing YouTube if I'm going to upload like one video every weekend? You know. And I like to update as much as I like to upload as much as I can, so in fact, I'm only doing this now because my Vengeance map pack's downloading from, I've got the season pass, and it's 1.94 gigs and it's 63% done, which is good. So yeah, after this I'll probably start recording and upload that. But this will probably go up like afterwards and stuff like that. So yeah, I was meant to go to the boarding school and board there weekly, and that's it really. I didn't want to leave because of Boys Brigade. I love Boys Brigade, so I kept doing Boys Brigade and went to this school where I'd come back every day in a taxi and so on. You know, I'll explain secondary school life later on in primary school. I'll extend all this later on in some commentaries. So yeah, guys, I'm going to try to stop this at 20 minutes, but it's almost 20 minutes, so yeah. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the 16 facts about me. I hope you've enjoyed. Stay tuned and stay hyper. Okay guys, goodbye for now.